want to go now to understanding some of the common problems, challenges that this function runs into, and then also how to overcome them.
Yeah, I think one of the things, and I want to be really careful about how I say this because I by no means want to put down marketing, right? I think sales copy and marketing copy are very different. A lot of times marketing is writing sales copy for reps, and one of the things that reps say is they look at it and they say, yeah, this feels to me like an email blast. It doesn't feel personal. It doesn't feel like one-to-one communication. I don't want to send this. And it's not to say that that isn't well-written marketing copy, but the purpose that reps are looking for in their content is to have it feel like it's coming directly from them to one other person. And that's a different writing style. It's a different skill set. And so that's one of the things that I think content writers can fall into is to say, oh, we've already done this for marketing. Let's just copy and paste this into our sales engagement platform and have the reps send this out. That's one of the ways that reps can lose confidence in messaging is if they feel like the sales engagement platform is just a marketing email blast tool. They're not going to think it's helpful for building relationships.
What other challenges do content writers face?
Yeah, I think from a writer's perspective, something important to keep in mind when you're talking about the misalignment between leadership and end users is that it's kind of to be expected, especially if this dynamic content strategy is something new that the company is rolling out. If you haven't paid a lot of attention to the copy that your end users are sending out, it's very likely that there is going to be some misalignment there. And so just to expect some pushback in the beginning and to expect that that's a little rocky can be very helpful, even just as a content writer to keep being confident that you're going to be able to add value because you are playing that role of mediator is really important and really valuable. And I know sometimes it can be difficult as a content writer, especially if you're already embedded in the team, if you're not coming in as an outsider, but as a rep, it can be really difficult to push back on like your VP of marketing or something like that. But I think it's an important piece of the job, and just to know that from the beginning can really help you be confident that you're not really trying to again, be a content dictator. You are just basically trying to say like, hey, there's misalignment here and we're not going to be able to be successful unless we figure out how to get on the same page. So that's really important to be firm in that. And I think another thing, speaking about being firm, if you have a rep or a team manager writing content, this isn't always a big deal, but if you've got marketing writing content or you've got an outside agency writing content that doesn't know basically like your fiscal year, it's really important not to try to write a bunch of content at the end of the month or the end of a quarter. You have to be really sensitive to the sales cycle of reps or when their quarters end or when their months end, because if you're trying to get time on the books with reps to interview them and to have editing calls with them and they're trying to wrap up their quarter at the same time, that the quality of that work is going to suffer and the relationships are going to suffer. And so one of the things that we've learned to do in our discovery calls when we're talking about content projects with people is just to ask that, to say, hey, are we going to be writing, or we're going to be writing at the end of the month? Are your reps on, a quarterly rotation? Or are they on a monthly rotation? Like, when are they really going to need that time to close what's in their pipeline? So just to ask about that and to be mindful of that, it can really help you as a content writer be on good terms with the reps so you're not competing with their time they need to sell.